What's up, everybody? This is Ryan from PerformaBuilt. Now, I got a special treat for you today. We're doing diagnostics this year, and part of it might be tearing down your transmission. So I'm going to make you a professional in about 6 minutes. Let's watch and I'll break it down for you. Alright, first thing, maybe just get some oddball stuff out of the way. Lock up O-ring. Your pump won't come out unless you remove it. We're just going to do the 7 13mm bolts. There's no particular order, but I just like to get working steps, be efficient, get things out of the way as see fit. Smack the servo, break that crust free, especially if you live in a northern state, and tap that snap ring, pry it out. I'm tapping out the servo probably a little bit of the wrong way, but I am being very gentle. It shouldn't take much. We don't reuse the 4th cap, so I don't care about it. Pull your O-ring out and break it. It's really the only way to get it out. There's your second. And the spring. And that's all the pieces there. Now we take off the pan. Since we undid the front, the lock-up O-ring, and the servo, along with the belt and tail earlier, that's about everything on the outside. So now you're going to move in. Just 13mm for pan bolts. Putting the Milwaukee to work. If you haven't got a Milwaukee screw gun, hit it with a hammer and break the gasket. And usually I sit here and I try to find a failure in the core, but there it was right in front of your face. Somebody put a shallow filter in a deep pan, and that's why it's probably burned up. So, diagnosis completed. Right now I'm just undoing all the clips to the harness. Probably the biggest thing people miss, my media guy, kind enough to circle it all for you. Snap on a little peg screwdriver, and that little clip right there is what people forget to take out first. With that solenoid, gives you access to the 2 TCC 10mm bolts. And right now I'm just popping up the TCC solenoid. Sometimes they're a little stiff to get out of there because of the O-ring, but a little screwdriver will work. Now all you got here for the valve body is 10s and 8s to worry about. You don't have to bother with the 13 on the tensioner. You can leave it on or take it off if you'd like. And again, I'm just doing it the way I do it. I'm trying to be quick and efficient and do it in the steps that are in front of my face is all I try to do, just to get one big step out of the way. And the valve body's going to pop at you. Balls might fall everywhere, that's okay. The little plate that holds on the separator plate and the 1-2 accumulator are the only things holding that separator plate on. It may stick. Just rip it off. You're not going to reuse the gasket, so. If it's not torched and someone didn't run it into the ground, they will just come off. Tech support, forgot to turn off my phone there. Alright, this is 4th accumulator. You just stick that pin in and wiggle it around a little bit. It'll come right out. You can reuse that if you want. There's other ways to do it. You'll see my OEM upcoming video showing you a little different way. The harness is tricky. Chances are you're probably going to break it, but that's okay. They are available. You just squeeze the tabs, rock it back and forth, yank it out. Just an O-ring holds it in. And they do make a tool. It is available, I believe, on Amazon to help you with this. The pump, don't be scared. Pry against the base of the filter neck, and very carefully if you have to on either side. Be very careful with the pry bar though. Just easy pries. And then back to the middle and we pop it right out. Just don't forget that lockup O-ring. That will stop that thing in a heartbeat. Now here's my favorite part. This is so fun. Don't ever pull on this, you'll get stuck. Just take your pry bar, as shown here by Grayson, flip that band with it, and pull the whole transmission out basically. Big chunk. Now there's a little snap clip that basically holds the other half together. You just use a special pair of pliers available at Snap-on, usually. pop it. It is very tricky. Take your time. You might get frustrated. Pull the front planet, front ring gear, sun shell out. They all just slide out. We hit the low roller. There's a snap ring that goes right here. You see me struggling with the band pin. Sometimes they get stuck. A couple taps of the hammer, it should come out. This one didn't want to, and I said, fuck it. I'll get it later. Sake of video wise. Otherwise it wouldn't have took too long. A pick to pry out the snap ring around the low roller, and a screwdriver will help you sometimes. Very easy snap ring to get out. And we just want to hit the back of the transmission shaft firmly. A little spring clip holds that low roller in there, and the other half will come out. You got the low roller with some of the low reverse clutches, rear ring gear that I'm holding, and that rear 5-pinion planet. Dump the rest of the oil out, and man, she's torn down. 6 minutes. I hope this was helpful to you. Thank you for watching. See you next Tuesday.